It's that time of the night
when the cheese has arrived and the meat is here.
I drop my drink,
We spill some tea
I catch your eyes.
so lovingly. It's our meet cute.
Majesty,
Mysterious creatures?
dark forests,
Pumpkin pie. Meet cute.
hello boys and girls across the nation.
Across the nation. Tune it in.
Tune
to a
in.
little meet cute.
Yes, my name is Douglas Wydick,
I'm Alexandra Simmons Reed.
and we are presenting to you the podcast Meet Cute, where we eat a charcuterie board and then improvise songs while we talk to our guests about love and relationships.
And sometimes the meat and the cheese.
And sometimes the meat and the cheese.
Oh my gosh, who's playing for us right now?
He's a dream. His hair and his personality literally glow. Give it up for the one and only Adrian.
Adrian, how's your week?
Pretty good. I'm just digging that it's basically feels like spring.
Oh, it
Yeah,
does.
right?
Uh,
Are you
Doug
getting
and
like
I-
a dopamine surge when you walk outside?
1000%. And I've been having to do a lot of like inside computer work, but just letting that sunshine stream through the window, have
Yeah.
the fresh air come out. I mean, I'm all about it.
It's a game changer.
You know it.
Yeah.
Doug and I sent videos to each other back and forth this week of Adrian's good deeds and
Oh, yeah.
Adrian's crazy little ways.
Oh, absolutely. So Adrian and I were on an audition together, and I watched him enter and not clock me. So I just started taping him in his confusion about which room he was in. Studio B, Studio A. So it was very fun. It was a very real life. It was very real. If you
It's
did
a,
that in
yeah,
acting
slice
class,
of
you'd
life.
get accolades
Oh,
because you
yes.
were not
Like,
acting.
Just a pièce, a little pièce.
And
Yes.
speaking of accolades, Adrian also was helping the sweet Amazon Prime man as all of the boxes fell off of his cart.
Every single box fell off of his cart. And I was like, I didn't know if it was like illegal to like touch other people's packages.
Why
Yeah.
would it be illegal to touch
It's illegal
other
to
people's
take them, not to
packages?
touch them.
I didn't know. So I was like, am I allowed to help you? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, great.
Oh, my God.
My package has been touched
It is
by
illegal.
another person.
It's like union guys who don't let you move the ladder. It's like, you cannot move the package.
No.
You never know. You got to know what the rules are before you jump in.
Oh
Ugh.
my God. Speaking of rules, this is not a segue to this person
Wow.
at all.
She follow the rules
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, if anything, she a rule breaker because she's pairing things and you're like, how are those two things paired? But it's so good.
Speaking of
It's
which,
so good.
There's something on the board right now
yeah.
that has garlic confit, and I looked at this sweet woman and I was like,
Right.
tell me what?
Right, and I don't know how she knew that I've been performing downtown as garlic confit lately.
We have our meat and cheese expert extraordinaire, Anne Marie Peters. Just stay right under the pitch.
I like when you hold out the notes because we're sharing a mic, and that just means that I wait.
I'm totally gonna clean that note up in post. But yeah, yeah.
Hi.
Emery, how has your week been?
My week I'm glad it's sunny.
Yes.
outside. It's been like weird because it's spring. What month is it? February. And it's insane. But it's good. Lots of like projects and like in the starting.
Yes. Also, if you don't follow Anne Marie on Instagram, you must, because she posted a video of her and her girlfriends doing some sweet drunken 3-part harmony to Maggie Rogers.
You
and
must.
I want all of it. I'm here for all of it. I played it on repeat. I was obsessed.
If you can't get drunk with your girlfriends on a Saturday night and sing some Maggie Rogers, are you living?
Are you living?
Truly.
Okay, but why are Doug and Anne Marie sharing a mic?
We're sharing a mic because we have not one, but 2 guests today.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We have our first couple on the show.
Relationship.
I'm
In the
stretching.
trenches themselves.
In the trenches.
Oh my gosh. Well, one of them I'm see all the time, Tom McGovern, and the other I wish I saw all the time, Talia Suskauer. Let's give a big round of applause to Tom and Talia.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Oh, thank you.
Oh
She has arrived.
Yeah,
She hath
she's
arrived.
here.
We're here.
So how are you two doing
I
today?
need to be honest with you. I wasn't aware that we were the first couple ever on
I
this
wasn't
program.
either. I feel good about it. I think.
We
I am
kept
honored
that
to-
a surprise.
This is a
Yeah.
surprise
Yeah.
for today.
We decided to keep it down low so that we could watch your faces hear that.
Love
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Hey, how often do you watch someone hear something?
Not enough.
Hey.
Because you're not.
Not enough.
That's just hearing, but you're listening if you watch their
I have to,
face.
I have to confess, when I really love watching someone watch something that I love for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like
We watched Grease last month
he
or
had
2 months
never
ago.
seen Grease.
I'd never
That's
seen Grease, the
fucking
movie.
Wait, the
crazy.
OG
I know.
Grease?
The OG
Yeah,
Grease,
Isn't
never
that,
saw
isn't
it.
that terrible?
Never
Yeah,
saw it ever in
That's
my
in
life.
my
I-
DNA. That movie.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I forced
it's part
him
of
to
you.
watch it, and the whole time I was just sitting there like watching him.
Here's the screen, and Talia keeps going.
Just back and
Tom
forth.
is
Yeah.
watching Grease the first time.
Talia can't believe he isn't. Aw.
Never seen it. Feeling so bad.
Talia can't wait for the part to come. I'm just gonna check out.
Tom is seeing Grease the first time. Whoa, and he's loving it.
Tell me more, tell me more.
Did you think John Travolta was as hot as I thought he was when I saw him at 6 years old?
Tell me more, tell me more. I was pretty aroused when I saw John Travolta's piercing blue eyes. Ha ha, ooh, ooh, ba ha, ooh, ooh, ha ha, ooh, ah, ha ha, ooh, ooh, ha ha, ooh, ooh, ha ha, ooh, yeah.
Tom is loving Olivia Newton-John. He's like, who's this actress? Is she from Xanadu?
It was problematic, the things that they said. It doesn't hold up, but the songs.
And rape culture's in it.
Indeed.
Tom saw it. He saw the movie. Oh, and he loved it a lot.
Tell me more, tell me more.
Olivia Newton-John was real cute,
Tell me more, tell me more.
and you liked her even when she wasn't sexy.
Tom saw it and loved it a lot. John Oh my
A lot of people
God.
don't know that's how the original track was meant to be performed.
Oh my God,
Honestly.
we're out the gate, motherfuckers. Oh my
I think
God.
I'm gonna stop improvising musically because I couldn't figure out how to do anything.
I mean, that's challenging. I'm listening you up. I mean, Ellie, that's it's like an improvised parody song. Be
What?
kind
That's
to
true.
yourself.
Allie,
No.
I don't think that there was anything wrong with anything that just happened during
Tom,
that performance.
I choked.
This
I
is that's
choked.
the story of my life. You know what I might choke on is some of this cheese. Can
Holy
I be totally,
shit!
Can
what
I be
a
totally
segue
honest with
was
you?
We need to
that.
talk about
I'm-
something that we haven't talked about
Yeah,
yet, and
yes.
it's that I am obsessed with cheese. I love cheese, and Tom does not. And I think that has been an issue for us in our relationship.
So I will say this: you're not wrong. I don't like a lot of cheese, but I do like cheese in certain contexts.
Okay, which we've discovered now because
Yeah.
you used to lump all cheese together,
True.
and that's unfair to cheese.
It is.
It is.
It is.
It's unfair
Anne
to
Marie and I
cheese.
have talked about this many times. I like cheese melted on bread usually. If there's a sauce involved,
Pizza.
pizza essentially is
What
I
don't
like.
you like, Tom?
I
Cold
don't like
cheese.
cold cheese on a plate, much
But-
like the plates
But
that's sitting here.
you've we went to a really fancy dinner for our 1-year anniversary. It was the fanciest place in Atlanta, and one of the courses was a cheese course, and I couldn't have been more excited. And Tom, he was very kind and offered to try a lot of them. And you could see him just going, yeah. And then he just couldn't. He couldn't
Yeah.
get into it.
Yeah.
But I believe in you, and I believe that you can
Hey,
help him.
this
Yeah.
has been an issue in Tom and my friendship for
Our
a long
friendship.
time.
This has
I
been a
can only
turbulent-
imagine what it's doing to your
yeah,
relationship.
it's tearing us apart.
It really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And first of all, this is not cold cheese. It is room temperature
Room
cheese.
tempe.
Okay.
Room tempe.
For-
Room tempy
You.
cheesies.
Okay.
Room
Room tempe.
Tempe.
Yeah. Give me a room tempe cheese. I'm excited. We'll see. It's paired with meat, so
We'll see. And I have said that if you don't like it, I might try to go down the street in the middle of the episode
No.
and figure it out.
I don't deserve that.
I know.
You don't.
But
Chin cheese impossible mid up.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is
mission.
just purely my ego. Just trying
They
to
will
do
figure
it.
it
Like
out.
the cheese.
Well, speaking of egos, Anne Marie.
First, it was speaking of rules, and now it's speaking of egos. You have something to tell me, Doug?
Not at all. I'm just doing completely arbitrary segues. And so, Anne Marie, can you tell us about today's board?
I sure can.
Cue the tunes.
So what we have here today is we have some Serrano ham, which is like, if meat could be butter, this is what that is. And that kind of skeeves me out to say because I don't know if I like that imagery, but I know what this tastes like, and it's good. So that is our meat of choice today. We also, our
Snapping.
cheese is Challerhocker.
Say it one more time.
Challerhocker.
Challerhocker.
Challerhocker. That's what they call me downtown. They holla. She
Do duo shows with garlic confit.
Yeah.
exactly, which is what we're pairing with Challerhocker today.
Oh,
You are right on
jeez.
the money. So Challerhocker is an Alpine style cheese, which means it's like harder. It's normally made in like Alpine regions, like Switzerland and France. This one is made in Switzerland by a man named Walter Rass, and he's incredible. He has many earrings.
I'm
Have
getting
you
turned
met
on.
Walter?
Yeah, I have met Walter.
You've met Walter?
I can show you pictures of me falling in love with him in
Wow.
the flesh. It's
We'll
pretty
put those
good.
on the Insta.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Did you watch him make the cheese?
I didn't, because it's a very long process.
Right.
It takes years.
Wow.
Yeah, this cheese is, I don't know, I should know how long this is aged, but it's more than a year, and the rounds are bigger than my torso. And you find that in many Alpine style cheeses because, as the story goes, you go up to the first stop at the mountain, you milk the cows, and then go to the second stop of the mountain, make the cheese, and then there's fun festivals, which I think we've talked about on this before, where you like roll the wheels down the mountain. Cows wear flower crowns. It's a great time. Yeah.
Cows wear
must go.
flower crowns.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
10 times before your big audition.
Yeah. Cows wear flower crowns. Cows wear flower crowns.
I am a cow with a flower.
You're gonna book it.
Yeah.
You say it like that. Warm up the cheeks.
Is it like Midsummer?
Yeah.
But like you see that movie Midsummer?
Midsummer.
It's like the OMMAR one.
Yes,
Yeah.
I haven't
Midsommar.
seen it.
Midsommar.
Yeah, I
Midsommar.
They
haven't
all
seen
wear
it.
flower
Wow.
crowns,
Lots of
but they're
flower
humans. But
It's
I
a
want to.
cult, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah, the
worse than
movie
that.
makes me sad in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it was
But
tough to
we're
watch,
not-
for sure.
Yeah. Wow. Speaking of being sad in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Here I am. Here I am.
Anne Marie, sad in a lot of ways.
Sad
Let's
in a lot of
unpack it.
ways.
Let's unpack
Let's
it.
talk about it, friends. So, what makes me not sad in a lot of ways is when I eat this cheese. This is one of my favorite cheeses. It is a party pleaser, so Tom, here's hoping.
Okay.
Wow.
Fingers
I'm
crossed.
gonna lose it.
Yeah,
I'm so
it's
excited.
often like it gets some like French onion soupy vibes depending on how much it's
okay.
aged.
That's exciting.
So to pair
Hello.
with it, we have some like onion garlic confit going on over there. We got some bread. We got some Ritz crackers because I like Ritz crackers,
And they're buttery to go with the buttery ham.
Precisely, Allie. You were so right. And then we have some Bartlett pear preserves going on over there. And we are also, because now I guess this is a thing for season 2, drinking wine because I could not help myself. Have we mentioned already that Talia is Alphaba on the national tour of Wicked?
We have not mentioned that.
It's a
Well,
thing that it happens.
Folks, that's what's going on right now in Talia's life. And I could not help myself but to get a Vino Verde, which literally means green wine.
I'm honored.
Look at that.
That's awesome. This wine is delicious, by the way.
Right? It's like
I've never
warm
had
out. It's kind of
this.
like a
It's
summer
great.
sipper.
It's absolutely
nice.
a summer sipper.
Right.
Let's
And
get
it's
us there.
Summer sipper.
It's green wine, which like I think this one particularly is like a green grape, but green wine, it's a thing in Portugal. It just means that
wow.
any wine that is fully made and bottled from like 3 to 6 months after. So it's just like
Cool.
green wine as in young wine.
It's young wine.
Yeah.
She's
Young
a young
wine.
girl.
Which is
She's a
my
young
rap
girl.
name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
young wine.
Young wine.
Young wine in the house.
They spray the wine with green paint every night.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
30
what it
minutes
is.
Before
Exactly
drinking
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it optimizes flavor. the
Doug, I have
flavor
a question.
profile.
Okay, hit me up tall.
How are you not in a constant food coma in this relationship that
I
you're
am.
in?
The
Okay.
answer is I am. I am the most spoiled boy in the entire world
Yeah.
for being with Anne Marie. Every day she's like, "Want to come over for a light humte?" And I'm like, "What's humte? What is it? Humte? What's the one?
Humte. Yeah,
No,
hump
not
day.
hump
Hey,
day.
both a hump
Well,
day, hump
fuck.
day.
Hump
Yeah,
day.
fuck that
Doug,
up,
from
yeah.
our previous episodes, a comté is a French hard cheese. Fuck yeah, I
Allie.
am
Allie
learning.
is
Allie.
on top of it, Doug.
Oh my god, and I'm
Jeez.
dropping the ball, but that's because I'm in a food coma.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now.
No, like our first week, literally of dating. One day she was like, "Hey, want to come over? I'm making what was it? Yay toast? Was it yay toast? Yeah." And
I
did-
remember this
Yeah.
because I remember when you guys started dating.
Yeah,
And didn't she make you like a full Italian feast or something?
yeah.
one
It was
of the
this
days too?
wild. What was it? Blue apron meal. Like,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, in our
We've
first
never done that.
No.
Yeah, it's hard
It's
on
a
the
lot of
road.
Yeah,
work.
cold
It's
nights
hard on the
and
road.
cigarette butt on the side of the arm.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like in Greece.
Yeah,
Just like in Greece.
It's
hard out there.
This isn't about us. This is about you.
Wow.
But thank you for reversing the interview for
Yeah.
a little bit. Queen
You're
Tal.
welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do a separate app where Talia interviews us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love that. I would
Perfect.
love that. for
Alpha
life.
holds court.
Yes.
Cute meat.
Cute mate. Yeah,
Cute meat.
exactly.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
how did you all meet?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a fun story.
It is a fun story.
Ours is a love that is kind of new. No, I mean we've been around for.
We've been
a
around the
year
block.
and
We've
almost
been
a year and
around
a
the
half.
block.
How long have you been together for?
Just over a year and 3 months.
Yeah,
maybe?
yeah.
November 13th was our first date. We went to Viva Verde, actually.
But
just
that's
like,
not how we met.
that
so
is not
let's
how
talk
we
about
met.
How we
Let's
met.
rewind
That
for a
was the
second.
question,
Sure.
Thomas.
Rewind.
Ye Old Haswell Greens on
You met there?
52nd Street between 8th and 7th Avenue. I play in a band there called Imperial Cities.
Okay.
So I went on my birthday in 2018, and then 2 days later I decided to go back because I loved it so much.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I went back and I saw Tom up there playing those keys, tickling those ivories.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I went, he looks really cute. And I
Did you turn into a crooner? Were
Yeah.
you
I
like,
turned
Yeah.
into
One of
a
those-
crazy person.
Oh, wow.
And as I do when I get nervous sometimes. And so I had a friend with me, and she was like, "You need to go say hi afterwards." And I was like, "Okay," because I was like, "I think I love him." I'm looking at him; he doesn't know what's going on, but I was like, "I love him."
Right.
And so I went up to him. She forced me, and she was like, "Hi, I'm Maria. You did a great job." And I was like, and Tom was like, "Oh, thank you so much." And I was like,
Thanks.
"Hi, you did good. Okay, bye." And I left. Truly, it was like that.
Yeah.
And we followed him on Instagram that night. He followed us back,
And I
that was
followed back.
Uh-oh.
And then for like 2 months after that, it was kind of just like short little like responses
pop
to
into each other's
Instagram
stories. Be
and
like,
we just
wow.
popped in every once in a while.
I
and like,
resonate with
hey.
this
Yeah.
picture of a bent paperclip.
I know. I have to say, I posted some stuff that I thought that he would like respond to, like some
Sure.
bait, if you will.
Yeah.
Some bait.
Oh,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
took
yeah.
the bait every time.
Every
Oh.
single
Yeah.
time, I
Every
was
time.
like, "Got him again."
Yeah.
He responded, "LOL, funny." Like, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Wow.
Wow, I feel
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I feel
and,
that.
It was going nowhere.
Yeah.
And then eventually I came into the bar and he was there.
Uh-huh.
Well, first of all, I have to say I went in to the bar like truly every week to see if he'd be there, and he wasn't ever there after that. So I went in.
'Cause
Shit.
I was a sub in the band, so
Yeah.
I would
Okay.
fill
He
in when
was
You were
never
doing
there.
The Office.
He was
I
rehearsing.
was
Okay.
doing The Office at the time.
Yeah.
And so he was never there, and I went in truly just wanting him to be there every time, and he wasn't. So this was going on for a couple months, and then all of a sudden I went in, he was there, and I went up to him after, and Tom describes this interaction as the coldest, most unfriendly. It was me trying. I had another friend with me who was like, "Talia, you often go overboard and you act like a complete idiot because you're like so enraptured with a person.
Uh-huh.
So you need to play it cool."
Was it Maria?
It was not Maria.
Okay.
This is Maria was on.
Different.
Was away.
This is
It's
Caitlin.
like, you gotta play it cool. And I didn't. I played it way too cool.
Hello there, I just saw you crush a cover of Eminem. You hit that rap so hard, I think I wanna be your special friend. You made me feel like a melty pool. So I'm coming up to you to play it cool.
Why don't you tickle me like those ivories? Why don't you tickle me like those ivories? You're subbing in from my heart. Oh yeah. Why don't you tickle me like those ivories? Why don't you tickle me like those ivories? You're subbing for my heart. So then what happened?
So I went up to him, and Tom tells me that I was so mean to him.
If you wouldn't mind, I'll describe your body language. If you've ever seen a statue, maybe made of bronze or metal, maybe an aluminum structure of some sort,
Oh my God.
that is what I would compare Talia to in this moment. Facing on a 90-degree angle away from me, arms crossed, looking directly at the wall, as I said, "Hey, nice to see you again." And she said, "Oh, yeah,
I
good to see you too."
What did you say?
I said, I guess it's nice to see you, but I don't care.
She played it cool. I thought she hated my guts. She did, and she was playing it cool.
So all I wanted to do was cry and kiss you, but I didn't do that. I was super mean.
She left the bar.
Ivories. Why don't you tickle me like your ivories? Why don't you be a sub for my heart and tickle me like your ivories?
Oh, skibidi-boop-ba-dee-boop-bee-boop, wow, bibbidi-boop-ba-ba-ba-dee-bee-doop, wow.
You gotta make him think that you hate him before you come out and say you don't hate him.
Why don't you tickle me like your ivories? Why don't you tickle me like your ivories? Why don't you tickle me like your ivories and be a sub for my heart?
That was great. That was great. Copyright it.
Copyright it.
Print it.
Print it.
Send it off to
Wait,
the
so then what happened?
So
If you don't mind,
Okay, go ahead.
so Talia was looking directly at the wall as we interacted.
because I don't remember me being mean. I just remember it being like, I'm cool. I'm cool.
Yeah.
It's all good.
After we talked, she was literally kind of just standing arms crossed, looking at the wall, not making direct eye contact with me
Oh my
once,
God.
not
But
one
here's
time.
the thing. No, here's the thing, Tom. Okay, he says I just turned around and was like, okay, bye. But I was being considerate of his time because it was after the show. I know what it's like after a show, and you just want to pack up and leave, and you're tired.
And I wanted to talk to you so bad. I was like, this is this very cute. I remember when you introduced yourself to me, I looked at your face and I was like, I've never seen a face like that. And I'm not kidding. You had you have a very unique look to you. And I was like, this girl is so cute. And I followed you back. And then, like you said, we flirted on Instagram for a while. And seeing you again there for the first time, I was like, now's my chance. I'm going to talk to her, try to lay the moves on. And then sure enough, you dipped. And I was like, maybe I misread something. This was like 2 months after we met for the first time. And we were flirting on Instagram coyly. And I was like, I guess I misread it because this girl hates me. She just left
He
this
literally
bar.
thought the Instagram interactions were less frequent for a couple weeks after that.
Yeah, 'cause I
And
was
then
like,
all of a sudden I was like, what is going on? It was great meeting him and
We're back.
Holy.
We've loaded up our plates.
We've loaded up the plates.
Yeah.
We've topped off our drinks.
Topped off the Vino Verde.
The Vino Verde. And the moment of truth, did it just happen?
No. That
No,
was
no,
a
no.
that was a little
Yeah,
sliver
I
of
can't-
meat.
I could not
Okay.
believe
Yeah.
that you would do
Yeah.
that.
No, I would never. I would never.
Tom is about to try the room temperature cheese.
Let me ask you this:
Yeah.
chorus of cheese lovers.
Yeah.
Should I go in naked cheese, or should I pair this with something initially, or should I just try and
Ooh,
I'd say
great
naked
question.
cheese at first.
naked cheese at first?
And then assess.
Okay. Can I get a dramatic note, please? Yes.
Oh
okay,
my
thank you.
God. He's smelling it. He is really smelling it.
Smells like I don't know. Smells like dried used clothes.
Okay.
I'll take it.
All right. And he takes a bite.
You know what this tastes like to me?
What? Oh God.
Just say it.
It tastes like what I remember Kraft American singles tasting like.
Oh no. Interesting.
When I was growing up, I used to play at my
Talia.
computer, and I used to unwrap
That
Kraft
is the-
singles, and I used to eat them, and this tastes like that.
That
Which is
man in the mountains has just fallen off the
which is a good thing. This is
Okay. Did you enjoy Kraft
So,
singles at that moment in your life?
at that time in my life, I loved them, and this is delicious. I
Yeah.
will say the temperature of it is unsettling.
even though it's room temp.
Room temp
Yeah.
is not my fave. It's
Okay.
just not.
Tom,
But the flavor is good.
I think that those
Interesting.
the crafts, I can't.
I know that
Ugh.
it doesn't taste like that
No,
now.
no.
It tastes what I remember it
So
tasting
you
like.
just remember
Right.
that tasting good.
Yeah.
So you're associating something else that's good
Sure.
with it tasting good.
Exactly.
That makes sense. That makes sense to me
Exactly.
because it's like
that is the most
so
mild.
much of our because like 80% of taste is smell, right? And smell is the closest sense that's linked to memory. So like so much like of when I describe cheese, it's like memory based. I'm like, oh yeah, this runs like my grandmother's farm's
Okay,
basement. you know?
amazing. That took me to that place at the computer at like 7 years old
Love it.
immediately, which is so weird.
I love that. I'll take
Yeah.
that as a win.
This
Okay.
like oniony jam is
Unbelievable.
Oh yeah, yeah. And now, Tom, if you pair that with
So,
the onion jam, then
on a
like,
cracker or bread.
you can.
Let's do
You
it.
can. It's choose your own adventure.
I just did a bread one. It was
How was the bread
fantastic.
one? Good?
So good. I would call it a texture journey.
a texture
Ooh,
journey.
a texture journey. Because a lot of times, like, because the confit is a little sweet too, and a lot of times when I have people in classes that like are like, I fucking hate blue cheese, like, don't put it in front of me, I hate it.
Yeah.
I'll offer them to like try it anyway, but then I'll always pair it with something sweet, like dark
I'm that
chocolate
way, so
or
I'm
like
very
yeah, or
interested
like
to see.
honey or caramel, anything like that.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, anything that's like sweet or like a dessert wine, like port or something like that, will like 9 times out of 10, they're like, okay, I don't like blue cheese, but I liked that, whatever
Okay.
that was.
'Cause I don't, that would be very interesting for
Yeah.
me. Wow.
The smokiness of the meat, it pairs really well with the flavor of this cheese. And that is me, cheese
Whoa.
expert Tom McGovern, weighing in.
I feel like I'm watching a baby walk.
It's absurd.
Yeah.
I like when he tries to describe things
Yeah.
just generally.
Yeah.
I go with my gut, you know.
Yeah.
I remember I was at a wine tasting and the sommelier was like, whatever you think, if this tastes like old clothes or smells like old clothes to you, then you say it, whatever.
Yeah.
But have like pride in what it is that you're saying.
Oh yeah.
Be confident.
Oh yeah, if you add a Y to the end of anything and say it with confidence, someone in the room will be like, you know what, I get that too.
Yeah.
You can be like, oh, this is like very like dirty socky, like gym baggy, and someone in the back's like, yeah,
I'm
I
getting
get
gym
that.
bag.
I get
I
that.
feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I totally get that. That's like very much my journey with this right now.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
My
somebody
journey.
in the room is going to
I'm loving that
agree with
journey
you.
for you.
Yeah, I love that journey for me.
Taste is correct.
It's
Yes.
true. Like, it's so personal. Like, whatever you say, because like you can't be wrong.
Yeah.
Because like no one's in your mouth. I mean, you
No
know.
one's in your mouth. Some
Could
people,
be,
some
but,
people
like-
could be.
You in my
no
mouth?
one's in your mouth.
Oh.
Yeah, baby, I said no one's in your mouth. No one's in your mouth except your lover.
When you taste that brand new cheese, no one's in your mouth but you.
Just you.
No one's tasting for ya. It is just your tongue. You are on that journey all alone.
No one's in your mouth unless you let them in your mouth. Cheese is in your mouth.
Unless you let them in your mouth.
Oh yeah, no one's in your mouth unless you let them in your mouth.
No one's in your mouth unless you let them in your mouth.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. The year is 2020, the age of consent.
Consent.
We're going out to dinner, cause I can pay my rent.
Your rent.
I got some spending money and I'm gonna buy cheese. Even though I don't like it, put it in my mouth for free. Yeah, no one's in your mouth unless you let them in your mouth.
In your
No
mouth.
one's in your mouth unless you let them in your mouth.
In your
No
mouth.
one's in your mouth unless you let them in your mouth.
Ooh yeah.
Yo,
Is it salty or sweet?
Uh.
Do you want me or tea? Do you wanna get downtown?
Yes.
We go all around.
Ooh, is it smoky or foggy?
Ooh.
Does it smell like a doggy? Nothing goes in your mouth, and nothing goes down south.
No one's in your mouth unless you let them in your mouth. No one's in your mouth unless you let them in your mouth.
No one's in your mouth unless you let them in your mouth.
Consent is important.
Yes, you let them in your
Very good.
Tasty.
Very, very
Tasty like this jam.
So I think that leads to a question. So when did you guys know you were in love? You started dating. You had this little moment where you were like mean to him, and then you were like, okay, now you're solidly dating. What was the next
Now I'll
chapter?
let you in my mouth.
I think
Now I'll let you.
I knew.
Now I'll let you in my mouth.
We knew pretty much. I mean, I've tried to think about love at first sight, and I'm like, this is probably the closest I think I'll ever come to that. I was like, oh, this guy is funny and cute and has good arms. And then I realized he was a total weirdo. Like, we had a conversation where I think we were walking on like 8th Ave, and he stopped me on the street. Maybe this is our like 3rd date, and he was like, hey, listen, I gotta tell you something. And I was like, okay. And he was like, I fart a lot. And I just needed to tell you. And my friends would consider me to be the farty one in our friend group.
Genuine concern.
Just truly, he was like I
So
thought
he
was
wasn't
gonna
trying to
tell
make
me-
you laugh?
No.
No, he was like, listen, I
was
just
like,
gotta tell
this
you
is
this
the
is a
problem.
problem that I have. Like, I fart all the time. And I stopped him and I went, oh my God, I fart all the time. My mom has said to me for my whole life, Talia, you will never find a boyfriend because you fart so much. And it's unsettling and it's unattractive.
Shout outs to Michelle Suskauer,
Yeah,
Shout
Michelle
out to
Suskauer,
Michelle.
boss
the
mom.
queen of West Palm Beach.
So I'm happy to report in this instance that she was wrong
Yeah.
because we literally in the street were like, wow.
I was like, I'm the one in my cast that's known as the person that farts all the time backstage. And she was like, me too. I'm also
And
that
I
person.
think it was really in that moment for me where I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is going to be good.
yeah,
Because
that's what I
I'm
knew it
going to
was
be able
gonna
to poop in front of him right away.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to be a good situation
I
for
have
us.
been holding my farts with the boy that I have been hanging with.
Oh, Allie.
Everyone
Allie.
is looking at me like I
Allie,
am
let it rip
crazed.
and
Let
see
it
how he
rip.
reacts. It's a test.
That will be the mark of a true companion.
I heard him fart the other day. He's gonna be so mad.
So, Tom, what do we do right when you're about to fart?
Okay, well,
We sing.
yeah, you always do. You make it into
We
a tag.
go. We go. So I want you to make the fart sound, and I'm gonna do.
Okay, good.
So he'll point to me right when
Let's
he's
say, I
it's
gotta
about to
fart.
happen. And we go. Dun 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 dun. It literally happens every single
Yeah,
time.
every time. And then we don't even need to say, I need to fart. If you sing the jingle, you know a fart's
so
on
he'll
its
just
way.
start. He'll just start
Yeah.
singing it sometimes,
he'll
and then he'll
end
fart.
it with
and then
his
he'll
own
Yeah,
fart.
then
Correct.
you gotta end it with
And
fart.
his farts are so loud. Like,
Wow.
but usually I feel like with my farts, they're loud. If they're loud, they're not
Yeah.
smelly. The quiet ones are the ones that are
Yeah.
like the
Yeah,
silent
yeah.
killers.
This is the fart portion
With
of the
his-
meat and cheese pairing
Yeah.
podcast. Yeah.
We'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I know
Please,
the clock
God,
is
if
ticking
it
until the
happens,
first fart
please,
happens.
God.
Your farts don't make a lot of noise, and they don't often smell that bad either. Like
Aw,
I don't mind the
thanks.
smell of your farts.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's
I
true
love
love.
you.
Sweet.
I
So
love
sweet.
you, baby.
Yes.
Your farts are simple. Your farts are true. They smell like roast beef and poo.
Baby, your farts are mellow, your farts are kind. But when I heard you fart, I knew I needed to make you mine.
I love your farts. They smell like my heart. They're beating hard, and I wanna kiss your face after you fart. Especially after you fart, it makes me wanna fart into your heart.
Oh, baby, if your fart was a box, I'd fart right into that box and lock it up.
I want the box to be full of your farts. Oh,
I'd bury that box in the ground
Like a little
for 10
time capsule
whole
of
years.
farts.
I'd dig that box up when I was feeling sad and smell your farts.
But would they still be as potent as they were when you first farted into the box?
Of course they would. Your farts are potent as hell. That's why I love you, baby.
Good. I'm happy that you feel that way.
Get your butt and put it on my heart and rip a fart, baby.
I love your
Love your farts.
I love your farts.
I love
Farts.
fart into my heart.
Yo, from the very first day that we met, I knew that we would be farting until we were dead. I wanted to see you on that third date. A little bit of flatulence I did not hate. I want to be your girl. I want to be your boy. I want to be with you. Let's be with each other's toys. I want to fart every time but you tense. I want to be the queen of the flatulence.
I love your fart. Fart into my heart.
I love your fart.
Hey,
Fart into my heart.
you farted your way into my heart. Now you can't escape.
Love you, fart.
I love your fart.
I love your
Fart into my heart.
That was the jam of the century.
Dude,
Wow.
wow.
I can quit everything else.
We're not gonna top it.
I think that it's time to leave Wicked, Talia.
Yeah.
I would. for
Talia,
this.
Join
Farts the
the
musical.
Meet Cute.
Let's cancel the
Fuck.
Amtrak
Is it
tomorrow.
equity? No. Is it fun?
Yes.
Is it yummy? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
How
So
do
that's
we-
when you knew.
That's when we knew.
At least.
Also,
Yeah.
later that same week, I think we saw each other every day that week.
Oh
I think after our first date, we saw each other because I knew Talia had to leave to go to West Palm
For Thanksgiving.
Oh my God.
for Thanksgiving. That's right. So we saw each other every night that week. And on the last night before Talia left, we were out at a bar, I think Haswell maybe. And we were at McDonald's and we were both kind of drunk. And I saw Talia eat a McDouble. And it was the most voracious display of hunger that I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, if this is day 6 and this lady can eat this way in front of me, I think I'm gonna fall deeply in love with this
Wow.
person.
And you almost yacked at the talk of a craft single, yet you
Yeah.
can eat a McDouble
Oh,
no
absolutely.
problem.
True.
Oh, it's just
True.
like soft. That's like soft.
But that's
plastic
American
cheese.
cheese
Yeah, I hate
on
American
those.
cheese.
But that's what's on a McDouble.
Oh no, I get it. I get it without cheese.
Oh.
Sans cheese.
A no cheese.
Wow.
Sans cheese.
Sans cheese.
If they don't have sharp cheddar, I don't want it.
Don't even bother.
Yeah. You got to go to the fancy the boutique McDonald's.
Boutique McDonald's.
Yeah. Just like they got the fancy Starbucks now with the pour over.
Yo,
Yeah.
McDonald's in Italy has Parmigiano Reggiano on their McDoubles.
Shut up.
Fuck me all the way up.
Yeah, fuck me all the
Whoa.
way up.
Yeah.
All the way up there.
Oh my
You know
God.
what's so nice though? It's that by day 6, you all were able to be yourselves, even though at the beginning a little Instagram back and forth.
Yeah.
That wasn't like it's not games to do that. It's like you
No,
know,
it's
like,
like a
little
modern-
intrigue. Like
is.
Yeah.
It
let's
absolutely
see,
is.
yeah.
Totally agree.
But
Right.
then you're able to just be yourselves, which is so lovely.
Right. You both clammed up a little bit, and
Yeah.
you both fully.
Yeah,
the
then we
pearl
blossomed.
Emerged.
It was the pre-blossom clam.
Yeah.
That happened.
Yeah. Pre-blossom clam. That's what a lot of relationship books talk about.
Yeah, the
They're
old,
like, before you're yourself, it's a pre-blossom clam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
What
it.
was the other tongue twister we had?
It was the cows wear
Flower crowns with a pre-blossom clam.
Cows wearing flower crowns.
Cows wear
with a
flower-
Cows wear
pre-blossom-
flower
pre-blossom
clowns,
clam.
pre-blossom clam.
Yeah,
pre-blossom clam.
I love it. Wait, at what point are we going to go on a Florida tangent? Because I've been waiting to
whenever.
go on a
Go
Florida
now.
tangent.
Whenever you
Go
want.
now.
We
Because
can do
we
it
did
now.
shout outs to Michelle Suskaeur,
Shout out to Gary Q. Lewis.
Gary Q. Lewis, shout outs to
We went to the same high
Beverly
school.
Blanchett. Did you have Beverly Belanchett?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Beverly
Bev.
Blanchett.
Who else? So for those of you who don't know, Doug and I went to the same high school.
Yeah, we
Different
went
times,
to Dreyfus
same high school.
Yeah.
High School of the Performing Arts, and
It's
we were
actually
both
crazy.
in the theater department
Okay.
there, and we're both
At the
Florida
same time?
children. No,
Different times.
so I graduated in 08. And you
I definitely
graduated-
I probably saw you in some shows there.
Did you see West Side Story?
Yes.
Please
Okay,
tell
I
me,
was
who were you?
the Dr. Krupke.
Oh my God.
Officer Krupke.
Officer.
Dr. Krupke? That's the fucking wine talking.
Hey.
All right, I'm done. Here you go, Anne Marie.
I don't even know who that is, Doug.
Dr.
Don't feel bad.
Krupke.
Play it on your plate.
No. Yes.
But
Was
that's
our-
the fun thing. Like Allie asked me before. She was like, "Now remind me of like the relationships." I was like, it's funny because Doug went to high school, Talia, and when we went to the same college.
Oh my God, we did.
Yeah, because we both went to Penn State, which is absolutely insane. Because when did you graduate?
2014.
From
No, sorry, 2018. I
Okay.
went to graduated high school 2014. I'm
Okay,
getting
yeah.
mixed up.
Yeah, and I graduated Penn State 2014. So literally, Doug went to high school with you, and I went to college with you, just not at the same time.
That's crazy.
Which kind of like
So
blows my
weird.
mind.
Meant to be.
Yeah,
and then
insane.
you guys have
And we
did
Tom and I,
improv
yeah,
together.
Tom and I are improv babies together.
also what's crazy is that Tom was visiting his ex-girlfriend. So Tom and do you ever think like I wonder if I was ever in the same room,
Yes.
the same place
Yes.
as the person that I'm in love with or
Yes.
my soulmate or whatever? We were in the same place at the same time, and you were.
The road trip to see Liam.
The road trip to see Liam.
So they once was the once tour, which Tom was once a part of. They were passing through Penn State, and I had never seen it, so I went with a friend, and we went to the once tour, and it was just there for one night. So we went, and at the same time, Tom was visiting his now ex-girlfriend, who was the lead of that tour. On that tour, and with Anne Marie, they like drove to
we
Penn
planned.
State.
Yeah,
we
we planned a
planned
thing. Did we surprise Liam?
I went to surprise.
Oh, you were surprising
my
your
ex, at the
ex,
same-
yeah, and
at the time, yeah.
We told Liam because it was such a cool
Right.
thing that now, because Liam, I went to Penn State. Shout out to
Right.
Liam Finnegan.
And we went
So
to that
dude-
tasty diner before the show. I forget what it was called.
Which
That's
diner?
with
Which
babies.
I never went to Babies.
That's messed
That's
up.
a story that I hear frequently, actually. That
It
people
always
were just
looked
like,
kind of ratchet, and then I was like,
oh yeah,
It was.
But it
But
was.
good. It was good.
yeah.
Penn State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And then we were we were definitely in the same
Yeah.
theater together before we
room
even
at the
knew
same
that we
time.
existed. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
It's like sliding
insane.
doors, except
sliding-
real life.
Except
Yeah.
real life.
Holy crap.
Kind of wild.
Yeah.
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 Wow, that's crazy. Well, us Florida kids, we got to stay together.
We do.
Yeah.
You're a little Boca baby.
I'm a Boca baby, and I took the tri-rail to Dreyfus.
Of course you did. Like all
Yeah.
my friends.
Yeah. which
What's
was-
that?
So it was like I honestly feel like I went to Hogwarts because I took the train every morning to school,
That's
and it was
awesome.
like a 40-minute train ride.
Did Lane Elizabeth have to do that
so
as well?
Lane took, I think she took, yeah, because she's from Boca. Yeah, so she did it for a little bit, but she's 2 years older than me, so we never really crossed paths. But yeah, us Boca kids, it's crazy. I just always think about it. I'm always like, well, we have to see each other on the holidays.
I
you
know.
when we're home.
I know. And now that I'm on this tour, it's like I can never be home for those moments.
Right.
But we are actually taking a vacation down to Florida in April.
Oh, that's
Oh.
awesome.
Yeah. And he's never been to South Florida.
Oh, you never been to
So-
Boca?
Never
I mean,
been-
so I always say Boca. Have you
Yeah.
ever been to Palm Beach?
Never been to Palm Beach.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot about the food and the coffee down there. One coffee shop.
Yeah. I mean, there's
subculture.
the slamming Cuban coffee, if that's
Oh
what
my
you're
God.
Okay.
referencing.
Have you been to Havana?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
24-hour Cuban
24 hours.
spot.
I used to get it
Ooh.
before jazz band practice.
Jazz
And I would be
band.
like, ding, 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 ding. yeah. I was nuts.
His
Yeah.
eyes were just shooting out of his head. For
Totally.
the
What did you
listeners.
play in
got it.
jazz band, Doug?
Guitar.
Guitar.
Yeah. I was hitting my minor sevens.
Yeah,
you
minor
know.
sevens.
Yeah.
Wee.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, give me some of that.
It was fun, but that's when I fell in love with jazz music because I did 2 years in the music department at Dreyfus and then 2 years in the theater department, but all 3 years in the acting department at Bach MSOA. Did you go to Bach MSOA?
Yes.
Okay. So
What else?
you have your farts, you fall in love.
Yep.
And how long of a period were you dating where you both lived in New York? Because we'll get to the period where you guys are now you're kind of long distance in and out. You
We
visit
are.
each other.
Yeah,
Most of
it's,
it.
it's
I mean,
definitely.
So we were dating from November to August
Okay.
in the same place.
November to August in the
Oh,
same place.
But
But then I booked a cruise gig. I'm a dueling piano player.
Okay.
So I play dueling piano shows sometimes, usually in bars in New York, but then sometimes on cruise ships.
Okay.
It's super lucrative and it's a cool way to see the world. So I took a 7-week Mediterranean cruise, and that was our first stint at long distance, and it's double long distance kind of because cruise ships, as you
Are
know,
the
if you've worked on them,
worst.
they're the worst.
Yeah.
They're the most difficult communication situation because you're literally cut off from the world.
7-hour time difference.
7-hour time difference, and I will say we did a good job managing that communication. I would basically pop up to the deck and slurp some Wi-Fi whenever I could, and shoot Talia just like a pre-dinner FaceTime or something. If you've ever been in a long-distance relationship with a cruise ship, you know how difficult it can be. And it can get messy because on a cruise, it very much feels like a bubble, a social bubble, and you're disconnected from the rest of the world, and relationships develop in weird ways.
But I think it's also a thing where we realize, like, if you want to make it work with that person, you'll make it work through the long distance. And it's a good test of, like, I have to put in so much extra effort right now, but, like, do I want this?
Yep.
Yes, it was yes every time.
Yeah.
And so that was just, like, a good reminder that I was, like, we were in, this is a good thing, you know?
Yeah.
And that's kind of a good transition into the current situation that we're kind of living through right now.
So I booked the tour. I almost burped, had a little cheeseburger. In August, and left almost immediately after I booked it.
It was on my birthday, I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was
so
the quickest process. You
We
found
were,
out
we were literally
and
on
you
a
were
lobster
gone.
boat,
Yeah.
and then we left.
Yeah.
And then,
Dude,
oh my
I-
God,
I-
remember when Tom had that eye bleed on the lobster
yeah.
boat?
Why'd you have an eye bleed?
Okay, so we were on a double date
Goddamn.
on the North River Lobster Cruise.
Don't worry. Adrian and I were also on a date.
On the same boat.
You were watching us.
We were
Yeah.
watching you all.
And
Yeah,
we
nice.
were laughing a lot, and that was putting pressure on it. But also, Tommy G over here had worked out against doctor's orders, and working out raises your blood pressure.
Because
and
I had a sty surgery. I had a sty removal surgery. They cut a sty out of my lower eyelid on my left eye.
He had a sty from December to August.
I think that's
Oh my God.
I think that sty is Instagram famous at this point.
Yeah, I wrote a song about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was very frustrating.
it deserves its own account.
It
It
truly
does.
does.
It does.
So then we were laughing, and he was post-workout, so he was like, he had a pump going on.
Yeah, I had a little pump.
And his eye started to bleed on the North River Lobster Cruise.
Because someone told her Ripper, and I was laughing pretty hard.
Yeah, and I
And,
said, da-da-da-da-da-da.
da-da-da.
And he was like, ah! And then his eye started not shooting blood.
It started to fill with blood, and I said, "Oh no, my eye is bleeding."
Yeah.
And went to the
So,
bathroom.
yeah.
and
So then-
Very attractive.
Yeah.
yeah, Talia had never been more attracted to me. And,
I will say, the majority of the time that we've been dating, he's had a sty.
Yeah.
So that says a lot about our love.
That says a lot.
Yeah, totally.
It wasn't initially a physical love.
But I left, and we
Left
were,
him bleeding
I
on the
left him.
boat.
Me bleeding on the boat.
We were on tour, or I was on tour, and we try to see each other about once a month.
Mhm.
It's hard.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
But it's again, if you want to make it work, we're gonna make it work. I'm gonna
Right.
travel to him. He's gonna come to me. Whatever.
Yeah, like Talia's in Baltimore this month, so
Yeah.
Monday the theater's dark. So Talia, the last 2 Mondays, this is the third Monday, has taken a train up to New York on Monday morning or Sunday night, and then I'll go back down to Baltimore on Tuesday. You can make it
Yeah,
work if you
there's a
want to.
rhythm.
Yeah.
Right,
you just
yeah.
you gotta want it.
My folks did long distance for months at a time because they were high school sweethearts, but then my dad went off to medical school.
Yeah.
And so she was at one school while he was at another. He was at Davidson and she was at Florida State. And they would, there was no cell phones, none of this
Yeah,
stuff.
oh my
so
That's
they just
insane.
called and wrote letters.
Oh.
Yeah. And then they saw each other when they saw each other, and it was super hard.
Yeah.
But they made it work because they wanted to. Like,
Yeah.
I do feel like some of the people who break up the second that there's a long distance situation, it's a little bit of a fear thing. Where you're like,
100%.
I don't want to. I would have to keep feeling these feelings. But it takes bravery and courage to say, wait, what if we really try?
Yeah.
Yeah. So snaps for you too.
John and Nancy Reed also did long distance, my parents.
Oh yeah. Really?
And they have a book of all of the letters that they sent back and forth to each other.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dear lover, it's been many moons since I saw your face. Dear lover, I can feel the miles in empty space. I long to hold you, I long to kiss you, but dear lover, not
smelled the part where your pits left a scent. Dear lover, I went to the coffee shop and ordered your drink just to feel what you taste when you drink your coffee in the morning. But not today, not today, not today.
Dear lover, I made a life-size representation of you out of all your used clothes that you left at my apartment, so I could smell you and see you even when you're not there. It's a life-size statue of you that I made out of pillows and your used gym clothes. You smell my pits, I smell yours too.
Dear lover, you once touched a toothpaste bottle of mine, so I hold it every day. Even though we've never met, you were just my friend's roommate. But you're still my lover in my dreams.
Not today.
Not today.
Not today.
Not today.
But one day I'll touch you, even if I have to crawl through your window at night.
Not give you a heads up at all. Just crawl
Through your window.
I've been waiting many moons to see your face.
Your face.
See your face. Not today.
Not today.
Not today.
Not today.
I've left so many voicemails and you haven't responded at all.
Maybe
Not
it's
today.
because we don't know each other, but I know you in your heart. Also because I hacked into your emails and read them all. Not today.
Dear lover.
We'll be together, but not today.
Oh my
That
god.
went from like
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That really
She
unwinded.
was so sweet. And the band just went full like screw loose.
Yeah, really,
And,
like,
Yeah, it had to go there.
Let's
It
open
had
this
to.
bottle.
Yeah.
Well, I love you both.
We love
Yeah.
you.
And I love your love.
Oh, thanks,
Yeah.
Doug.
And I'm gonna sing at
Thanks,
your
Doug
wedding
and
one day.
Allie.
An original song called Dun 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 Dun.
That
Yeah, it's a good song.
would be
Oh my God.
honored. I'd be honored.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank
for
you for
having
having
us,
us.
everyone.
Thank you.
Definitely.
This is
It
so
was so
fun. The
fun.
cheese, honestly, better than I expected it to
Ding,
be.
ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
take it.
Run to the cheese store.
Thank you for your guidance.
God. Well, do you have anything you're plugging right now? Anything, social media or shows?
Well, I mean, Wicked doesn't need more money, but come see Wicked.
Sure,
It's a
yeah.
great show. We
Wicked.
have fun.
And it's the only listing
Uh,
on if you go to the national
Yeah,
tour.
it's on the Wicked website. You can see where we're playing. Come out and
Okay.
see us. But you have something exciting
I
coming up.
do.
Yeah.
I have been recording my debut solo comedy music EP right here at Sweet Tea Studios.
Yeah, baby girl.
Produced by Douglas Wydick.
Cha-cha-cha.
And I will be having my EP release show at Baby's All Right in Brooklyn
Killer.
on Monday, March 30th at 9:30. The EP, if all goes well, and I think it should, will be released that day as well on all your streaming platforms. So come check the show. Baby's All Right, 9:30, Monday, March 30th.
Yay!
Have some laughs.
Oh,
Obsessed. I love it.
Obsessed.
How about you, Age?
Oh, always check the Instagram, Adrian Pellerin. Got all my shows and musics and videos there.
Adrian's so busy.
So
So
busy.
busy.
Ever.
So busy.
Anne-Marie?
always at. Oh, I was gonna say Anne Marie NYC, but I changed it. Now my Instagram is at Whoa Anne Marie
Yeah,
Just.
I noticed that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So every time I like something, it's like, whoa, Anne Marie just like your picture.
Wait. Oh my God.
That's clever.
Okay.
Anne Marie.
She know.
Yeah, always at that, and at Is This a Breeze, my other exclusively cheese podcast. And spring bookings are open for the Cheese Basement. So like all of those private events, get at me for all that cheese and wine stuff.
Hurrah.
She know.
Anne Marie, Allie Reed.
Alexandra Simmons Reed. I am producing a new show at Improv Asylum.
Hey.
Our debut show is March 16th.
Okay,
it's called
Kick.
Lights Up On. We're inviting a Broadway star to come and perform with some of New York's best and brightest musical improvisers for their first time.
It's so fun.
Obsessed.
That's
oh my
awesome.
God.
Too
So
good.
come and check us out. We're at 8 p.m. March 16th at Improv Asylum. It'll be our first show.
Does it get any better than that?
I don't think so.
No.
Wow. I cannot wait to see that. I will be wearing the canary yellow in the front row.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah. Robin Egg blue socks.
Yes.
Douglas Whiteick on Instagram, and Toxic Masculinity has a concert performance. We're back.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday, March 25th at 9:30 p.m. Hit me up for that discount code if
Yeah,
you
So
want
good.
5 off the top.
Ooh.
And
Is it 54 below, right?
yeah, it's at 54 below,
It's
which
at
is
54
shmoney.
below.
Yeah. So hit me
Yeah.
up. And North Coast every Saturday at 9 p.m. And
Also, if you're across the pond and you like to
yeah.
listen to us, North Coast is going to be
in London.
in London town.
Yeah, in London
my
town.
God.
Thank you very much. We
So
love
many
you
happy
all.
things.
So
We love
happy.
you all.
A lot of good
Talia,
stuff.
Tom.
Yeah,
Thanks,
yeah,
guys.
Tom,
Tom
Thank you,
Natalia.
Tom Natalia.
I'm obsessed.
Yay!
This was Meet Cute.